Hello and welcome to another episode of Chris's Retro Corner. I'm Chris, this is my Retro Corner, and this is my Amstrad CPC 464. I need to say thank you again to Kriston, friend of this channel, for very kindly donating this 8-bit micro. So thank you very much again, Kriston. Right, let's get started. So I needed to wait for a couple of bits before I could do much with this machine. One of which was a centre positive USB to barrel connector. So we'll be using that to power this micro. And the second thing there was a lead. So this comes courtesy of Ian Priddy at the Retro Computer Shack. I do buy my leads from them. I do think it's pretty good. And what you get is always like a quality feel product. You can see there we've got an amazing troubleshooting guide that comes with his cables. Sort of things to try. I have had problems in the past with my Atari ST, and very kindly I got in touch and Ian sorted me out. It sort of guided me through what I needed to do to resolve the problem. It was really helpful. So the after-sale support is top-notch. So yeah, it's got ourselves a brand new SCART lead. So RGB to SCART, and this is a powered lead. So it draws power from the power lead to switch, as I understand it, the display into RGB mode. So yeah, so that's brand new, still in the packaging. Oh. So looking forward to using that. Right. Now, when we tested this last, it didn't switch on. There was nothing at all, nada. So I did a little bit of looking around online. It does look like the power switch is the first thing to try. But what I do want to do is just give it fresh power, because you never know. It might be something really silly. I'll be honest. I didn't think to test the power outputs from the monitors. There were two different monitors. I was led to believe that both were working. One came with this, the green screen came with this, and was pictured, at least the screen was on, and it does come on, although the computer wasn't. And then the colour screen was actually sold as working to the very kind gentleman who donated it to me. So should be working. So I've got a 3.1 amp USB power adapter there. We should do a very quick test just to make sure that it's delivering. It should be 5 volts at 2.4 amps for the Amstrad. But we'll just double check there's a voltage there, and there is. Spot on. Look at that, lovely. Okay, so it's going to be a really short video if I plug this in and all of a sudden it works, and it was just dodgy connectors or something like that. So yeah, so we'll give that power, and then we shall pop it on. So let's give it a quick go, and still nada. Okay, let's be methodical, and let's have a quick squirt of some contact cleaner just on the power socket. See if it can't be something particularly easy. Not sure if my cotton bud can get down there. I don't think it will. Oh, there's a little bit of grot. A little bit of filth came off that. Right. Okay, so let's try that test again. Pop that in, switch it on, still nothing. A couple of quick reinsertions just in case, because it's not been used in years. Nope. And still nothing there. Okay, so we know we've got power. So it looks like we're going to have a snoop inside and check out that power switch. So let's give it a go. would you believe it's actually missing a screw? So it's either missing a screw from factory, or this has been opened before. It doesn't matter. Right, don't know which way to take this apart. Oh, there we go. So let's have a snoop inside. This is our first look inside. Oh, check it out. Oh, it's filthy in there. Oh, it's proper filth. Proper filth. Ah. Oh, would you believe? That connector's not on. Listen. Let's have a quick look. Look at the huge expanse of unused case there. I'm assuming this must be a late model board. Because they were bigger than this. It's our lovely Z80 processor over here. Lovely, lovely. It's ever so neat looking at the board. It's really neat. Wow, very cool. But yeah, that connector, that one right there, wasn't connected to anything. Should be there. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? We literally just try putting that connector on. Okay. Ooh, need to be careful with the membrane. So let's stick that on. Yeah, that looks all right. God, it's grotty in there, isn't it? Oh, oh, bit of spider's web going on in there. Lovely. God, it wouldn't be 80s electronics without a bug in there somewhere, surely. Okay, well, let's give it a go. Right, pop that in. Pop switch on. Oh, still nothing. Look at that. Oh well, there we go. It's not quite the quickest video in the world then. So let's take the keyboard off and see if we can't diagnose the problem just a little further. Don't necessarily want to upset those if I don't have to. So I'm just going to move that across. And it looks, I might have to have a close-up snoop with some specs on for a second. Yeah. Looks like we might be able to get a voltage reading. Off the power socket there. So let's pop that in. And just see. Oh, actually, we're pin positive on this one, aren't we? Pin. There we go. So yeah, 5.4 volts to the board. Okay. I think the power switch has got to be the next. Got to be the next port of call. So let's take the power switch out. Yeah, you can see that's pretty dirty. Okay, so good test actually might be plug this back in again temporarily. Just leaving that power switch out. Right, still nothing. and then just shorting that switch, just see if it comes on. Oh, still nothing. Still nothing. The problem could be a little more difficult to troubleshoot. So let's just try a quick continuity test on that switch. Make sure that the switch is working okay. Well, maybe not then. Maybe not. Well, definitely could still be the switch then. Take that off its mounting plate, if indeed I can. That's screwed on there really well. Okay. Need to remember which way up that all went actually. Okay, so if I'm careful, and I hope I am, should be able to bend little bits of metal holding this faceplate on the front, and then get inside the switch and give it a good clean up. There we go. So, if we just pop the power in, and then short those connectors there. It's not quite wide enough. So if we get in here and we short these connectors, it would be nice to think that this is going to turn on. Let's give the switch a little bit of a clean up. Very carefully pop it back together again. Okay. So that is the switch cleaned up. Now, bearing in mind that we didn't find any voltage at the switch, I'm not really holding out much hope. We should give it a go. No. No, nothing going on there. Let's just double check that switch is indeed conducting okay. So is that? So there we go. Off, on, off, on. Okay, so the power switch is working. Let's just have another check for voltage there. There should be something across these two, surely. Alright, what was that? Hang about. It's 1 point. It's moving. Seems to be going down. Why would that be going down? It's interesting, isn't it? Now, that is interesting. There's no voltage there. Very weird. So we need to go hunting for voltage somewhere else. I think that's going to be a lot easier to try and troubleshoot with the board out of the computer. Lift that out of there. Yikes. I'm going to put these screws back in their original locations just for safekeeping. I'll pop that safely somewhere else. Pretty sure this will power up without the keyboard. Be very careful with those membrane tails. But that's the main event. Quick look around the board. Oh, hello. Don't know if that's standard. Dust bunnies. Yeah, so it does look like there might have been a spillage of sorts down here. So it looks like we're going to end up cleaning the board up quite substantially. Something else here as well. Don't know how well that's coming up on camera, but you can see there's something around here. This doesn't look amazing in the middle either. Again, maybe something else, could just be flux. Something else interesting is going on over here. And this, I don't know if that's factory or not. One suspects not. It doesn't look great, does it? Don't know. Let's find an angle that you can see it at. But just here, I don't know. That doesn't look amazing just in there. So yeah, looks like we're gonna do a bit of a cleaning up of this. Trying to figure out where that power problem lies. So, I reckon this is a two-parter. We've extracted the system board out of my 464. Let's have a quick look. I don't know. Can't see any years on this yet, actually. But yeah, there's definitely been a bit of damage to the board at some point. Maybe it's had an enthusiastic youngsters. Hey, careful. Maybe it's had an enthusiastic youngsters drink on it at some point. But yeah, I need to have a really close look at this with a pair of reading specs. Hopefully that's just flux. But if it's corrosion, then it could be could need certain lines jumping. Yeah, plenty to clean up. So yeah, I reckon the next video is probably going to be a clean up of the board before we start really trying to troubleshoot it. So, thank you very much for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you here, so thank you for joining me. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Get in touch in the comments below. I do like a good chat. And hopefully I will be seeing you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in another video soon.